Hey, welcome back. We are so pleased to be here again with Kelly Ross and Kelly Liston of Collins Home Family Ministries. Guys, last time we talked about how you met and we announced the amazing merger of our two organizations. Wanted to go back a little bit and touch on that story again. Kelly Liston, talk some more about how you worked with Ripple of One and Stephanie Enders.
Okay, I'd love to. So Stephanie and I met the end of last year, I think. And we were talking about that specific problem of who's focusing on kids that age out of foster care. They had wanted to take that on too, and they weren't able to connect with DSS. I was just in the right place at the right time. And so we started talking about how Ripple could help us with building our programs and services. And so we started workshops. Our approach to workshops has significantly changed because now we do them at an individual level versus a group. But Ripple of One provides match savings for us for the youth, which has been a little difficult because of the trust issue that we work through with all of them, but we're getting there. So they provide match savings, but they also provide financial workshops for us. They're very good with what they do at Ripple. We didn't want to recreate it, and so they were willing to teach our workshops or sessions with the youth and with our life coaches. And so they were all saying the same thing. And she kept reconnecting Kelly and I, not reconnecting Kelly and I, she introduced us, and then we were like, there was a pause. I met Abby Crooks at Fostering Faithfully. They've been marketing us, and so now we're in touch with foster families, because just because they're in foster care and have wonderful foster parents does not mean that individual needs help to take that leap in making decisions about what they want to do. And so they've been very helpful with that. And Fostering Great Ideas, which is more connected to individual youth that have been in the system and how they can help them, because that's where they've been. It's made up of people that have been in foster care. But they've also been helpful with saying, oh, this area needs a lot of help. And I'm like, let us look at our area first, and then we'll expand out. So, but the main wonderful thing that came out of the relationship with Ripple is obviously what they're doing with us, but connecting us, because she also saw we're stronger together. So,
yeah. And I think that's you've heard Kelly mention Ripple of One, Fostering Faithfully, Fostering Great Ideas, Collins Home, Shine. I think what you will see, it's not something that happens every day in nonprofit America. What you're seeing is people acknowledging how big the problem is, how great the struggle is, and that it needs to be addressed, even if it takes all of us coming to the table. Mm-hmm. The level of humility that it's taken on all sides to make this happen is like nothing I've seen in the last 15 years. Most of the time when you sit with another nonprofit, you can ask them anything except about their money. don't talk to me about my money or my donors. And that's not the way it's been at all.
Yeah.
We've just had a great relationship with other nonprofits who looked at the situation and believed in what we were trying to accomplish and said, hey, how can we join you? And I think that that's just precious. Mm-hmm. I think that is what is enduring. And I think it is what will help us get to a place where that in Oconee County and beyond, we will see kids who age out of foster care in a healthy way, mm-hmm. And not in an unhealthy way. I always think about the kids who come into group care like a Collins Home. And, the thing that brought them to us, that thing didn't fix itself. It didn't get fixed mm-hmm. while they were with us. And all of a sudden they wake up one day and they're 18 and they need tires on their car. Or, they need a place to live, or maybe somebody's getting ready to have a baby, or, mm-hmm. There's just all kinds of different things that happen. So how can we surround them with care that doesn't just provide for the momentary need, but it's care that sustains them for a lifetime moving forward. And in the military, we used to talk about always advancing. Like, you know, the last thing you ever wanted to do is take these huge steps backwards. But sometimes advancing looks like taking a step back. And I think that, you know, both of us acknowledge that, you know, we've probably got as many things wrong as we have right in our organizations, you know, whether that's right, whether they're in an organization of 4 years or 45 years, we're always growing and learning. And what we have to acknowledge is that humans are the same way. And I'm really excited to see how the programs and services piece of Shine, continuing to work with other community partners and Collins. I'm just really excited to see how it changes the lives of young adults in our community.
And that's actually how we came up with the name Shine. It's serve, heal, inspire, nurture, and empower. And for your future is to go down the path. It's to do that so they can go down the path.
Yeah, so Shine, the big picture is that Shine will fall under the umbrella of Collins Family Services, but it's still going to be called Shine for Your Future, because what we want to communicate to young adults is that their future matters. It doesn't just matter to me, and it doesn't just matter to Kelly. These are more than numbers on a piece of paper. They're humans created in the image of God and in his likeness. And ultimately, that's why they matter. That's why their future matters. And I just think that, you know, we don't push religion or our faith in Christ. We don't push that on anybody. But my hope is the way we live and the way we serve and the words that we say communicate to them their great hope in Christ and their great value to us and others.
Well, it's an exciting time. It's great to hear you talk about everything that's come before and gotten us to this point. Kelly Ross, what do you believe this is going to let Collins, this more merged organization, what's that going to bring to the community?
Yeah, so I honestly believe Collins could have worked on this problem by ourselves for the next 10 years and not gotten anywhere. Because the programs and services part of this is so big. And I told Kelly the other day, the thing I'm most excited for Kelly and the Shine part of our team is that now they're going to be able to focus on that programs and services piece and let the fundraising go, let the future housing project go, and just focus on the next people God sends through the door, which is where their heart is. And it's going to allow us on the advancement side of the Collins team really focus on getting the word out to the community about, you know, this next level approach for us. And whether we end up, you know, dedicating 5 acres of our property or 10 acres of our property to the Shine Village, we don't know what that looks like yet. I'll be honest, we're very early. I mean, obviously the merger just took place, so we're very, very early in the planning process. But what we know is that our next step equals getting the word out to the community. Just like Shine couldn't do it on their own and we couldn't do it on our own, even together, it's going to be difficult. It's going to require a community of people who believes in building stronger youth and young adults. It's going to take that. And I'm really excited about that piece. I'm excited about getting out in front of the community and telling them about Shine and telling them about Collins. We're going to continue to provide shelter for children at Collins. Obviously, that's something that we've done for a long time. So that piece of our organization will be called Collins Children's Home. But the bigger picture is Collins Family Ministries, and a portion of that is Shine for Your Future. So just so people kind of get the idea of what it looks like for us to go from friends to family, that's kind of what it looks like.
And how great for the young adults to see that there are so many people. There is family in their corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now I'm excited about it because I can focus on the framework and go beyond the framework and focus on the programs and services because I was, doing a little bit of everything. Yeah. And so now
She was completely torn. I can tell you what that feels like. I've been there. I've done it. It's the worst feeling in the world.
It is.
To be torn between programs and services and fundraising. Both are required to have an incredible organization. And the reality is, I think our community will see what we're trying to do and say, wow, that's worth giving to. You know, and I can't wait till we have our first success story because that's going to go beyond anything that I could have done or Kelly could have done or Shine could have done or Collins could have done. We're going to look at that first graduation and we're going to be like, wow, look at what God did, you know, and to do something. And Kelly said, and I'll tell you, it excited me so much when she said it. I've kind of stole it and said it as my own. But she said, you know, I don't care who gets the credit, as long as the job gets done. Wow. If everybody in our community had that heart and passion for serving others, that inspires me to be a better human. And, you know, it's just been great to see God knit us together as two organizations who have clearly become one.
Beautiful. Well, I'm really grateful to both of you for spending time and talking about what you've been working on. And I know the next time we get together, we're going to talk about ways to bring the community alongside with us.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
Thank you, ladies.